Hi guys, it's Milgy. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very late June bullet spread of 3 weeks within my bullet journal of the Studio Ghibli theme. It matches my plants that I just got from the plant nursery. So first of all, I am doing a spread of the infamous Totoro and the rain scene with the bus stop, as well as his little Totoro spirits. I don't remember what they're called, but they're little rabbit cuties. And for this theme, I actually changed my mind and used a lot of watercolor, but not too much to the point where it's soaking, but just enough so that it could have some type of color. But I did notice that using watercolor did crinkle most of my pages, so it's very obvious that I used watercolor. So I am just kind of coloring the ground floor a dark gray, and then going ahead and coloring Totoro and adding some shadows and depth, and as well as the umbrella. And then moving on to the cat bus on the top right corner, and then using some different shades of yellow, mustard, and light brown, and then an overall theme of olive light green color for the leaf umbrella, as well as little sprouts of grass on the floor and the leaves on top of the days, and then adding some more layers on top just to add more shadows. And then here on the background, I just kind of mimicked a other spread where it's just lines throughout the whole page. So this is what it looks like up close. And yeah, that's it for this spread. Moving on to the next week is a witch's theme for Kiki's delivery service, as well as Mary's witch's flower, Mary and the witch's flower. So I just kind of sketched up them two in the middle, and then the little blue flowers all around to mimic the weekdays as well as weekends. And then this was actually fun to create because I had inspiration from this Pinterest post where it was a night starry theme in the background. So I'm just coloring the basics of their skin color, their hair color, their clothing, as well as their cats. And then one layer at a time, I am just coloring the night sky. First I did light purple, light blue, now I'm doing a darker purple, and then a lighter blue, a darker blue, and so on and so forth. This was a lot of layering, and I tried my best not to overwater the page or else it'll bleed through the paper like I did before in my calendar spread in this Studio Ghibli theme. But there was just a lot of layering on top of this, so I suggest being very patient with your bullet journal if it's not strong enough to withhold the water, unless yours is actually watercolor proof. So I'm just making sure that's not bleeding through, and I'm surprised because I did add a lot of layers, and it was really fun to add the shadows for the moon because it did just gravitate everything and pull everything together. So that was super fun, and just dabbing everything, the light yellow and cream eggshell colors right on the moon, as well as creating those shadows and dabbing it everywhere I went. I didn't go to as perfect as possible. I just kind of messed it around in different angles just to create a natural looking moon on the background. And then to finish it off, just adding extra layers on top for the clothing, and then darkening up the details for the two witches in the middle, such as their hair, their accessories, their cats of course. And to finish it off, just adding some more skin texture as the broom texture, and then adding the leaves for the witch's flower. And then I believe that's it for this spread. Just kidding. I'm adding a little bit more shadows to the flowers, adding little dots. Oh, the last thing I did was grab my white jelly pen and add stars all around. Just to tie it all together and make it really, really pretty scenery in the back. I love this spread so much while using it for last week. And then you could choose whatever if you want to add lines or not. And then for this week, I am doing a Secret Life of Ariete and Princess Mononoke. I never say it right, but it's more like a greenery nature theme. So I'm just inking it all that away, and then of course the little cute white spirits, I forget what they're called. And excuse how the bullet journal got off the screen, but it does shift at the end. And then I got this inspiration layout on Pinterest, on a Pinterest post, and then I'm just inking the middle of the spread for the weekdays, and then just erasing all the pencil work, and then watercoloring it from this inspirational post from Pinterest, like I said before. And it's all green themed, which I really loved. So I started with a light, very light, not really olive green, but not too harsh of a forest green, and then putting some browns, neutrals, and then a brighter green for the mushrooms and some of the plants, and then drawing or coloring Ariete on the left, and then putting some depth and shadows, as well as layering, a lot of layering, but not as much as the previous spread. And then I really like the theme of having the mushrooms be a bright green with orange accent colors. And on the right, I am just adding a lot more layers throughout the whole spread. And then I really like creating these weekly timesheets on throughout my whole bullet journal, just so I could look back at how much hours of work I did for that week. And then to tie it all together was coloring the days, mix matching with olive green, as well as the brighter green for the watercolor days. I think I'm going to be using mostly Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in one, and then just Friday and Saturday and Sunday. That's what I usually do, because since I don't have a lot going on throughout the week, So here's a little snapshot of what my watercolor towel looks like and my little plate. So here is the final bullet journal flip through. Here's my first week along with my second, third, and fourth. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my July bullet journal theme. It's going to be an interesting theme. Don't forget to check out my Pinterest page for all the inspiration posts that I use. But don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, and see you next video. Bye!